In 1 Kings 13, God gave a prophet a special mission and a very clear warning: do not eat or drink anything until you return home. Don't even go back the same way you came. In the days of the kings, when prophets walked the land, God's commands were clear, and disobeying them could mean life or death. A young prophet stands in the middle of a dusty road. The sun beats down as he wipes sweat from his forehead. Clutching a staff in one hand, he hears God's voice commanding him, do not stop. Do not eat. Do not drink. Go back a different way. He follows God's command, he nods, and walks confidently down a dusty road, setting off toward the city of Bethel to deliver God's message to the king. He looks tired, nervous but determined, his robe trailing behind him. When the prophet reached Bethel, he found the king standing by the altar, leading the people to worship false gods. The prophet whispers to himself, I have to follow what God told me, no matter what. He raises his voice above the murmurs of the crowd. This altar will break apart, a sign that the Lord, the true God, is angry. Suddenly, the altar cracks. Smoke rises, and the people gasp. The king stretches out his hand to arrest the prophet, but his arm freezes in place. King Jeroboam yelled for help, help me. Heal my arm. The young prophet prayed and the king's arm is healed. Impressed, the king smiles. The king exclaimed, come to my palace. Eat with me. I'll give you a reward. Prophet remembered the word of God and declined. No. God told me not to eat or drink here, and not to go back the same way I came. The young prophet leaves Bethel, but is soon approached by an old prophet riding a donkey. The old prophet greets him, I heard what you did. Come to my home and eat with me. The young prophet mutters to himself, God told me to deliver a message and not stop for anything, not even a drink of water. The old prophet strokes his beard and smiles mysteriously. The old prophet leans in, his face kind but sly, and whispers to the young prophet, but I am also a prophet. An angel told me you should eat with me. The young prophet hesitated. The old man seemed wise, surely God wouldn't mind a small change of plans. The young prophet sighs, hesitates, then nods. Okay. If God told you, then I will come, and follows the old prophet back to his house. The two prophets sit around a table, eating and laughing. But suddenly, the old prophet becomes serious. Grimly he speaks, you have disobeyed God. Because you ate and drank here, you will not make it home alive. Imagine the young prophet's shock. The old man's voice, now stern, left no room for doubt. He had made a terrible mistake. The young prophet's smile fades. Fear grips him, but it's too late. Obedience to God was no small thing. And now, the young prophet realized he had made a terrible mistake. The young prophet rides his donkey down a lonely path, heading home. His heart is heavy with fear and regret. He knew what was coming, but he didn't know when. Suddenly, a lion leaps out from the bushes. The donkey bolts, but the lion charges straight for the prophet. In an instant, the prophet falls, lifeless on the ground. The lion does not eat the prophet. And strangely, it doesn't harm the donkey either. Both the lion and donkey stand quietly by the body, as if waiting. Travelers pass by, whispering in fear as they see the bizarre sight. A lion, a donkey, and the fallen prophet, all side by side. The old prophet came to retrieve the young prophet's body. He sighed deeply, placing the lifeless man on his donkey. He talks to himself softly, he was brave, but he did not obey. And so the young prophet was buried with honor, a reminder to all who heard his story. God's commands were not suggestions, they were life itself.